Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Empower Africa Now. It's been a while. I'm happy to welcome you all viewers and prospective viewers. Um, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I just want to take this opportunity before I get into the video to request that you hit the subscribe button right there so you may not miss out on any information that we're posting on the channel. You'll find a lot of videos out there, some of them related to health and wellness, very educative videos. I thank those of you who send comments actually to acknowledge how useful this information is to individuals and communities. I really appreciate it. Please share this video, hit the subscribe button, and continuously support us by doing that. Today, I want to take a little bit of time to talk about some current event, very important to our African continent, women in particular. Have you ever seen some of these job advertisements where after going through the profile, the job description, the roles and responsibility and requirements, and then they come down there and they say women are particularly encouraged to apply. It's amazing to see that because, that is a way, of course, to encourage women candidates who have been left out. We must say, yes, we have been left out in some of the top jobs over time. So organizations, companies are encouraging women to participate in some of these positions to kind of have an equitable distribution of, let me say, women in specific positions. So I found this topic very interesting. I wanted us to discuss it because we have a top position in one of the world's top organizations that is about to be filled now, but there has been a lot of news this week about what is going on and a lot of discussion on the action of the United States regarding this position, and I want us to interpret it, put it into perspective, and see how we can support the candidate that is involved. So I'm actually talking about the WTO, the World Trade Organization. We know that is an organization. In simple terms, I would say that is the referee of international trade. So just as we have a referee in football or soccer, the WTO is the referee of international trade. And so for for a while now, the WTO has not had a director general, and for over 4 weeks, there's been a selection process, ongoing selection process to fill that position, that vacancy. So the top two candidates until this week have been two women, one from South Korea, Finance Minister Yoo Myung, and then the other candidate is from Nigeria, Dr. Ngonzi Okonjo-Iweala. So these are two top qualified candidates that are competing for the top job. And a little bit about Dr. Ngozi, whom I'm here to endorse, is that she's equally just as qualified as Miss Yoo of South Korea, and 163 of the 164 countries that are members of the WTO have actually endorsed her for nomination. But this nomination process has been blocked by the United States due to some concerns which we are going to discuss here. So we know that Dr. Ngozi is the first woman finance minister and foreign minister of Nigeria, and she went on to be the board chair of Gavi International, the vaccine distributing organization in Switzerland. So she's the board chair. She's held several top positions, well educated, um, and good in communication, and she's really qualified for this position. But it's good to put into perspective why the United States is blocking her nomination. You know, first, the WTO has really not done any trade negotiations, trade deals within in the past 25 years. So that is a concern for some countries, especially the United States. And why the United States? If you look in the United States right now, the President Trump is a deal maker. He believes in renegotiating deals or having some assurances about how some countries have taken advantage of the United States or have been given what we call unfair advantage. In fact, as he says it, he says China being in the WTO and being classified as a developing nation has an unfair advantage over the United States and other countries. These are things that other countries in developed countries like in the UK, the Europe and others, they overlook. But Trump is very critical and he believes in this stuff. So you see how he went ahead during his presidency, current presidency, to put tariffs on China, on and even renegotiating a lot of deals, NAFTA with Canada, Mexico, negotiating trade deals with the European Union and all of that. So he really believes that there's got to be some reforms at the level of the WTO to have a level playing field for all countries. So that is why I interpret their blocking of Dr. Ngonzi's nomination with a little bit of salt, as we would say in Africa. I think that it will go through, but we must encourage her, we must endorse her. To those of you who are used to tweeting, why not tweet hashtag support Dr. Ngonzi Iweala? So I think that what is coming up, what is going to happen is that the uh, the WTO has called a very important meeting on November the 9th that they are going to look into this issue, and I think that they will come out of that meeting endorsing Dr. Ngonzi. The United States has stated very clearly their reasons for not supporting for supporting the other candidate, the South Korean candidate, and they say that the WTO needs reforms, and they think that Ms. Yu of South Korea will be able to deliver on that. So if you look at the way that President Trump works, he kind of set some of these things prior to negotiation so that when he comes into the negotiation, he uses them as the basis for negotiation. So he's indirectly, or the country, they have their delegation, they are indirectly saying that if they have to endorse Dr. Ngonzi, they will be looking at a commitment to reform the organization without simply just going it the usual way, as it is business as usual. So that's the message I get from this. I think it will be out of the 164 members of the WTO, and you have 163 that have already endorsed Dr. Ngonzi's nomination for the post of Director General. It will be very, very unethical and unfair for the United States to continuously block this appointment, because there is no veto power, unlike the Security Council where there is veto, where the WTO decisions are reached by consensus. So I think that the meeting of November 9th is very important. I think the United States will be looking to have some assurances that there will be reforms at the level of the WTO and not business as usual. And I think that Dr. Ngozi will be able to deliver on this. Of course, it's not just for the interests of the United States. It's got to be for the interests of the entire world, including Africa, African continent. And I hope that some leaders in the African continent will be lobbying and questioning Dr. Ngozi what she's got to deliver as far as Africa is concerned. We are at a point where if it were not for COVID-19, we would have entered the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement. So while this has been postponed and we're looking forward to it being implemented, being launched post COVID-19, it will be good that the new Director General, while conducting reforms, have to look into the situation of Africa, trade with Africa, what implications with the launching of the free trade arrangement and so on and so forth. And I hope that those that are involved with the free trade arrangement will be preparing a series of points to submit to the WTO in case of any reforms, because it's all about interest. It's all about interest. You're pulling a rope towards you, not towards someone else. And so I wanted to talk about this and clarify it and ask that we support Dr. Ngozi and endorse her. Empower Africa Now is endorsing her candidature for the position of Director General of World Trade Organization. We will continuously provide you with information that empower people. We offer some services to help you. If you are looking to conduct a research project, you're looking to for assistance with your data, our data scientists and data miners will be able to work with you to help you circulate this video if you can to those that you think may need it. Please subscribe to the channel. That's the way that you help promote us. We do not seek any donations on this platform. We only ask that you help us by subscribing to the channel, and you can comment if you think that you want to comment on some topic that is important for you, and we very much appreciate that. So once more, have a great time wherever you're watching. Stay safe. We are still in COVID moment. There is a surge, but the good thing about COVID nowadays is that the case fatality rate is down. So while there may be a lot of cases that we're finding as a lot of testing and so on and so forth, at least case fatality is down. Please stay safe. We want to see you in our next video. Thank you and have a very great day.